Pulse Week is live. Strap in, power up, and let's get right into the stories keeping the gaming world beating. Alright guys, Ubisoft just dropped some big money news, and before you tune out like it's tax season, hold up, because this one gets wild. So on November 21st, Ubisoft basically said, hey Tencent, you trying to drop $1.6 billion real quick? And Tencent said, bet. Boom. New Ubisoft mega baby created, Vantage Studios. This squad is now babysitting the big three, Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six, aka the franchises Ubisoft can't stop milking even if you beg them. Tencent now owns 26.32%, which is oddly specific, like they showed up with a receipt and a calculator. But Ubisoft still gets to call the shots, so think of it like Tencent being the stepdad who pays for stuff but doesn't pick the bedtime. Why do they do it, you may ask? Simple. Ubisoft said, our wallet's looking kinda skinny, and this deal basically handed them a financial protein shake. Now they're running this thing under a creative house model, which sounds like Hogwarts, but for stressed out dev teams trying to avoid crunch. And overall, Ubisoft is basically screaming to the market, don't worry, we're stable, we're evolving, and yes, Assassin's Creed will still be dropping every other Tuesday. So yeah, boring numbers, but in gaming world, this is a €1 billion glow up. Soulframe just said Founders campaign is live, which is gaming speak for, please give us money before the game even exists. Basically, the devs launched this campaign so early, supporters can scoop exclusive goodies, cosmetics, early access, all the usual I was here before it was cool perks. Now the community on Reddit is already debating like it's the Supreme Court. Some items will be exclusive, others you might be able to earn later in game, and everyone's arguing over which is which, classic MMO energy. And here's the kicker, there's still no official release date. Soulframe is just vibing in live service limbo, dropping founder packs like, trust us bro, this game is coming eventually. But hey, this one's from the studio behind that other extremely popular live service grinder that took over your weekends, so people are paying attention. Players want to know, will it be cross-platform? What's the end game like? And will we have to grind resources for 9 hours just to craft a shoelace? Founders campaign is clearly their move to build hype and keep development funded, so we'll see if this thing launches sooner, later, or in 2037, like every other MMO with ambition. Either way, the Soulframe train is moving. Listen up. Microsoft stepped up to the mic and basically said, Xbox hardware ain't going anywhere. Which is corporate speak for, stop saying we're turning the Xbox into a cloud app, please. This comes right after Microsoft drops a multi-billion-dollar investment into AI, because apparently they want Cortana, your fridge, and your Roomba to become sentient by 2030. But even with all that AI money flying around, Microsoft wants you to know, yes, we still make consoles. No, we're not abandoning the Xbox. No, you don't need to add us on Twitter again. Insiders say the future of Xbox is looking hybrid, a mix of traditional console vibes, cloud powers, AI features, and a PC ecosystem. Basically, play your way, as long as it's on Game Pass. This announcement is clearly meant to calm down the hardware loyalists, the folks who heard cloud gaming once and immediately built a bunker. Analysts are reading it like Microsoft is hedging their bets. They want the console money, the brand loyalty, the Game Pass subs, and the AI empire. They're trying to be the Swiss Army knife of gaming, but with a $1 trillion budget. So yeah, Xbox is staying, cloud is growing, AI is lurking in the shadows, and next-gen Xbox still very much on the menu. Microsoft's basically saying, we can chase AI and still drop a big chunky next-gen box. Don't get it twisted. Alright, so we're going to add a little more onto what we just talked about. So Microsoft just dropped $9.7 billion into AI like they accidentally clicked add to cart on the entire internet. This is part of their big brain plan to supercharge cloud and AI everything. And yeah, that includes gaming adjacent stuff too. Not all of it is directly for Xbox, but enough of it touches gaming that we gotta talk about it. The idea here? Microsoft wants the future Xbox ecosystem to be powered by AI so hard that your console might start asking you for patch notes. We're talking smarter matchmaking, bigger, faster cloud compute, improved back-end tools for devs, better analytics, AI that might actually stop your teammates from running straight into a grenade. If they pull it off, gamers could see smoother cloud gaming, lower latency, faster updates, more dynamic content, and multiplayer servers that don't collapse like a folding chair at a family reunion. This whole investment is part of Microsoft's long-term plan to fuse gaming and cloud and AI into one mega-brain ecosystem. Basically, Xbox is becoming that kid in school who does sports, band, and robotics club. Forget console cycles. Microsoft is looking at the future like, why sell you one box every 7 years when we can upgrade your entire digital existence every 7 minutes? So yeah, nearly $10 billion dropped on AI. Microsoft's pockets are deeper than the character creator sliders in Baldur's Gate 3. Hytale news just dropped, and this one's actually kinda wholesome in a chaotic indie dev way. The devs announced the game's early entry price is going to be $20, $20. In this economy, that's basically charity. They said with today's financial climate and where the game's at, they wanted a low-cost option. Mad respect. But here's where it gets spicy. After bouncing from its last publisher, the original co-founder bought Hytale back like someone reclaiming their childhood Pokemon cards from a garage sale. He straight up said, "I'm bringing this thing back to the original vision," which is bold considering fans have been waiting since the Ice Age. This whole buyback trend is growing. Studios ditching big publishers and returning to indie-style control because apparently creative freedom is greater than corporate meetings that could have been emails. And honestly, this could be the reset button Hytale needed. Low entry cost, original leadership, renewed direction. Fans are starting to feel cautiously optimistic. Key word, cautiously. Because let's be real, Hytale's development timeline has been about as stable as a Minecraft dirt block floating in the sky. People are hyped, but also watching like, okay, cool, but can you actually finish it this time? Still, this move might finally rebuild trust with the community and put Hytale back on the track it was supposed to be on years ago. $20 for early entry? Not bad. Let's just hope this game drops before my grandkids start playing. Okay? And that's the rundown for this week. Billion-dollar moves, comeback stories, hardware rumors, and the usual chaos that keeps the gaming world spinning. If the industry's gonna keep dropping bombs like this, you already know we'll be right here breaking it all down. Loud, fast, and straight to the point. Thanks for rocking with us. Thanks for keeping that energy high. And as always, stay gaming, stay vibing, and keep that pulse beating.